Welcome back to NBK Tech World. Let's go on with our JavaScript course. Last lecture we talked about variables. We learned how to define a variable using the keyword const. Then at the end we learned about a new type of value in JavaScript, which is the number. So we now know there are strings and there are numbers. This video will be all about numbers. We're going to learn some operations on the numbers. We're going to do some math. All right, so just a disclaimer. We're going to do some basic math operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All right, so let's get going. First, I want to switch to a new browser so we can have some variation. And I'm going to use, let's use Safari. Here I'm in Safari. I have my browser console open. Remember, you can click develop and then show JavaScript console. So let me increase the size here so you can see better. So here at the bottom, all right, let's do some math. So in JavaScript there are numbers. They just appear as they are. So 10, 23.4, and so on. Okay, so in JavaScript there's no distinction in terms of type between an integer number and a decimal number. If you already know some programming, right, you know there's always what are called the integers versus the floating point numbers. So for JavaScript there's only one type, and there's the type number, and that supports numbers that have a decimal point or not. That's it for that stuff. You don't have to really get that right away. So let's just do some operations here. Let's try addition. So you can just use the console to do some math for you. So you can type a number plus another number. So for example, 47 plus 13 will give you 60, right? So just use the plus operator. Subtraction, the same thing. 77 minus 8 is going to be what? 69. And let's try multiplication. 3 times 9. 27, right? So that's the multiplication operator. Then let's try 12.2 divided by, let's try 12.3 divided by 3. Okay, so that's a, wow, there's a big number. So if you think about this in terms of real life math, you can do 12.3 divided by 3 should be 4.1. But our JavaScript console gave 4.10000 up to 5. So it's not exactly correct. And that's because of floating point numbers. The computers cannot exactly tell you the exact value. So this is there's a very slight error, precision error, okay? It can be accounted for if you're doing like real world stuff. There's the concept of a big number type and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to get into that. We're just beginners here. So what you need to be aware of is whenever you have decimal numbers, like the result is a decimal, it's not going to be 100% precise. There's going to be a slight error there. So be aware of that, okay? Put that in the back of your mind, and it might come up someday if you're doing some programming, really hardcore computations. All right, so be careful with decimal numbers, so-called floating point. All right, so we did addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, what happens if you divide by 0? Oh my god, let's try. 7 divided by 0. Oh my gosh, what just happened? 7 divided by 0 gave us an infinity. All right. So that's apparently some value in JavaScript. So watch out for division by 0. You might get infinity. Now what happens if I divide 0 by 0? Wow, I got NaN. What does that mean? Well, that just means not a number. So it's kind of like a JavaScript thing where if you try to do some operation on, and the result is, it couldn't really get a number result out of it. So it says it's not a number, NaN. All right, so watch out for that too in JavaScript. You don't have to memorize these. Just be aware these things might happen. So you want to try experimenting during your journey with JavaScript. There's going to be many weird things that are going to pop up. All right, so this is just some weird things in JavaScript, the way it came about, and this is one of them, not a number. All right, so we learn division by 0, but it gives of infinity, and then 0 by over 0, not a number. And I think we're good in terms of operations. I just want to end with the order operations, right? Because say you want to do, we all know about, like, in math, if you have something like 2 plus 3 times 3, the first operation that's going to take place has to be what? The multiplication, because it has higher precedence, right? The same is going on here. So you're not going to get first the 2 plus 3. That's not going to happen. It's going to obey the mathematical rules. So you're going to have first is going to do 3 times 3, which is 9. And then it's going to add to 2. Got 11. All right. So be aware of that. So it follows the basic mathematical principles of order operation. Now, if you really want to have 2 plus 3 occur first, then what you have to do is add parentheses, right? So you can add a parenthesis between these guys, and it will first do this operation before doing the multiplication. So if you have parentheses enclosing 2 plus 3, first is going to do that. So it's going to be 5. And then after that, it's going to be 5 times 3, which is 15. Okay, so you can use the parentheses to change the order operation to force the plus or the minus or whatever operation to come first, to take higher precedence. Okay? And I know that in math we have, like, if you have parentheses like this, then you have to put the square and then the braces outside to give a separate the kinds of precedences. But in programming here in JavaScript, you only need, for all of them, no matter if it's square or the brace, you always use parentheses. Okay, so you can put 2 plus 3, and then you have, let's say, I don't know, times 3, and then 9. If you can put all these guys like this, all right, and whatever, so it's always parentheses to make these guys, like, this has to take place first instead of the multiplication, and this has to take place first instead of whatever you put here. I don't know what it is. Could be anything. Okay, just be aware of that. Okay, so I think we're good for this video. We learned simple mathematical operations. Your console is your friend. If you want to do some mathematical calculations, it's there for you. Just open it up. If you have any browser, just open it up and you can do some calculations. Learned about a few quirks about JavaScript, division by 0 with a actual number over 0 given infinity, and then 0 over 0 given NaN, which is called not a number. Okay, so thank you so much for watching NBK Tech World, and please like and subscribe, and until the next time, bye.